is today's.
Hello Marvelous viewers, today's video is all about the early reviews of Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. Let's get into it. Disclosure Day has been one of the most anticipated films of the year. Now I know we had Steven Spielberg helping it, and the man is practically a master when it comes to sci-fi. E.T., Minority Report, AI, artificial intelligence, you name it. Spielberg has delivered. Disclosure Day's official logline reads, "If you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you? This summer, the truth belongs to 8 billion people. We're coming close to Disclosure Day." Now, I do trust Spielberg to do a brilliant job with it, but checking the reviews never hurt anyone, and thankfully, the early reviews for Disclosure Day are damn good. So without any further delay, let's check out why Gizmodo critic Germain Lussier is calling it a dense roller coaster ride blending chase film, and even called it Spielberg's best film in 20 years. Set to hit theaters on June 12th, critics and reviewers who got a chance to catch the film earlier are showering the movie with overwhelmingly positive reviews and claiming it as Spielberg's worthy return to cinema. Steven Weintraub, who's Collider's editor-in-chief, stated that, in a shock to absolutely no one, Steven Spielberg has delivered another towering home run with Disclosure Day. "I could go on and on about what I loved, but I was lucky enough to see the movie knowing almost nothing, and I strongly recommend you do the same." Emily Blunt's performance is being praised by several reviewers, with Weintraub particularly mentioning it and writing, "Emily Blunt is incredible. I know big summer movies aren't usually the kinds of performances that get awards season attention, but once people see what she does in this..." Drew Taylor from The Wrap too pointed out Emily Blunt, calling her performance astounding, and said, "I can't remember the last time I loved a Spielberg movie as much as Disclosure Day. Thrilling, funny, deeply emotional, and impeccably acted. Emily Blunt in particular is astounding. Full of mystery and wonder. It proves that nobody does it quite like Spielberg. Just great." Blunt portrays a Kansas City TV meteorologist who, while broadcasting a live weather report, is unexpectedly taken over by a mysterious extraterrestrial presence. She's joined by Josh O'Connor, a cybersecurity expert and whistleblower who's determined to expose the truth about extraterrestrial existence to the world. The cast also includes Colin Firth, Eve Hewson, Coleman Domingo, Wyatt Russell, and Henry Lloyd Hughes. Spielberg worked on developing the story alongside screenwriter David Cape, with whom he has previously partnered on several films, including Jurassic Park, The Lost World Jurassic Park, War of the Worlds, and Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. A film and TV reporter at Rotten Tomatoes and Screen Rant, Tessa Smith, looked to X and said, "Disclosure Day is absolutely phenomenal. Truly something special. I was hanging on to every word, captivated by the story as it all played out. The score perfectly elevates every single scene. Part mystery, part Twilight Zone. Something entirely new. I shed a tear at the end. Wow." Jim Hemphill, an acclaimed filmmaker and film historian who contributes writings on the art and technique of filmmaking for IndieWire, stated, "Disclosure Day is top-tier Spielberg. As exhilarating as Raiders, but with the emotional texture and increasing ambition of his post-9/11 work. Right from the opening, Spielberg lays down the gauntlet and reminds you that he does this stuff better than anybody in the history of film." Bill Bria from the Slash Film calls Disclosure Day a weird movie, but he claims that's weirdness at its best. The 94-year-old John Williams has received acclaim for his score, and Bria highlighted the film's composition. To quote him, "David Cape's X-Files meets the Bible script is one big high-wire act. Emily Blunt's most accomplished performance, and John Williams' best score in years," calling the movie riveting, moving stuff. And yet another film reviewer, Jairo Jimenez, took to X to say that Disclosure Day is hypnotic, captivating UFO thriller that completely disarms your soul. A bold screenplay by Cape. Blunt and O'Connor form a magnetic and beautiful human couple. The best performance of both their careers. An astonishing masterpiece. You won't blink. Yeah, okay, I can't keep calm for June 12th anymore. As if these reviews weren't enough, Universal has released what seems to be the film's final trailer, featuring some brief remarks from Spielberg himself. In one clip, he says, "I'm much more inclined now than when I made Close Encounters to say that we are not the only intelligent life in the universe.
I am much more inclined now than I was when I made Close Encounters to really believe that we're not the only intelligent civilization in the universe."
And yes, many fans are speculating that Disclosure Day might be a close spiritual sequel to Close Encounters of the Third Kind of 1977, as it marks Spielberg's return to the UFO genre. See, looking at these reactions, a few common themes stand out. First, they are all amazing, which isn't unusual since it's Spielberg we're talking about, and early responses to fresh films are often favorable. However, in this case, there doesn't seem to be much room for skepticism, even if one tried to read between the lines, because these reactions seem like the Disclosure Day craze isn't going to fade off anytime soon. Alien, and there's no talk of it being made for the fans. And supporting that, we have the Mary Sue's Rachel Leischman, who said that with Disclosure Day, Spielberg is yet again reminding us that aliens are out there in an iconic mix of both Close Encounters and E.T. Leischman added that the movie is surprisingly funny, poignant, and thrilling to watch in that special Spielberg way, before hailing the filmmaker and aliens as a perfect combo. Oh my god, Spielberg is so back, guys. We also have Nicolás Delgadillo from Discussing Film saying that this movie is pretty much unpredictable, and trust me, that's a good thing. In his words, Spielberg absolutely cooking with gas here and then some. Probably my favorite extraterrestrial movie since Arrival. At this stage, it appears everyone is simply loving it. Now we've got to talk about Emily Blunt. She's been doing an amazing job with The Devil Wears Prada 2 and her continued involvement in the A Quiet Place franchise, and Disclosure Day has added another feather in her cap. It genuinely feels that after decades of collaboration, Williams and Spielberg have formed one of the most celebrated and productive creative partnerships in Hollywood history. Alright guys, that's all for today. I'm literally counting down the days till I get those first day tickets and watch this masterpiece Spielberg has made for us. Do let us know how hyped you are for this movie, and if you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Those 3 clicks would mean a lot to us. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!